Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ray. Last name is Reynolds. Write it down. My goal, all right, all my life is to help people. All right. Unfortunately, when I was a kid, nobody helped me. But God, I put it in my brain, gave me the IQ, and guess what I got to do? All right. What I want you to do. I want you to get to a million to billion. I'll even do the work for you. All right. I'm going to take away your excuses today. I'm going to give you the blueprint you've been looking for all your life. Isn't that fun? So the next thing we got to do is get a tablet and pen. Go get it now, now, now. Understand, you can't record, you cannot take pictures. That's against the law. But what we got to do right now, write down June 11th. Can you imagine today? All right, we got to look at today's date for a reason. You see, a corporation, a person, there's 4 quarters a year: March, June, September, December. End of this month, we're down to the second quarter. It's basically what? Blackjack year, 2021. Now, I want you to write down December 31st, 2021. I want you to understand something. Between now and the end of the year, every one of you could have $1 million. Yes, you could, but you got to follow through. So let's understand something today. Before my coma, that was the front door of one of my mansions. That was one of my yachts. That was one of my Lamborghinis, too, in a building. See, you can do this, and I don't know why you didn't do it last year, year before that, too. But procrastination, that's the killer of a dream. Did you forget to do something yesterday, today, till tomorrow, too? No, stop that stuff. If you want it bad enough, let's go get it. Nobody's in your way today besides you. Time, I can't control it. I wish I could, but I can't. But I do control what I do at the time I've been given. So let's understand something. I've got 17 million millionaire clients that I built up. 16 billionaires. Would you like to be next? All you got to do is follow through. For me, homeless to million to billion. You see, let me show you how I did it so far. We got a choice. You see, when I was a little boy, I listened to a poker game. Can you imagine that? I'm 7.5 and I'm listening to these people play poker. And you know what they said? They said a corporation's a legal person. Write it down. I wrote it down. I circled it 10 times. They thought I was weird. Probably true. I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department the next day. You see, I went to the library next door. I said, "Ma'am, what does this mean?" She said, "Here's a Makafeti, the book." I read the book and I got pissed off. I wanted to get out of hell. I needed the blueprint, the rules, and the tools. Like you've been looking for all your life. I'll guarantee you spent thousands of dollars in crap. All right, and now you're watching me. Because if you got to million or billion, why the hell would you watch me? You go do it yourself, too. Let's do this. I connected the dots. You see, I went back to that library almost every day, 7.5 to 9.5 years old. Then I sent away a little money order. It was kind of fun. Guess what? Today, if you got a corporation, they say that 9 out of 10 people sit there going, beep, beep, beep. That's it. So if you got one, you didn't create a blueprint, the rules and instruction manual to give it life. Let's teach you how to play today. Is that okay? I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. I did that at 9.5. I got 100,000 in the mail. How did I do so far? All right, so you got a choice. Now there's my first car. My first car was a Lamborghini Countach. What was yours? You see, today, I want you to write down getting past go. I think you're stuck. So the reality is, I'll guarantee you to the $1 million dream. Got my Lamborghini collection after that too. I got my Duffy parked in my backyard. All right, I got my mansions. I'm the guy that broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981. I just wanted to prove white men do jump, and stupid people say we don't. Now I parked my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours? Kind of fun. Then the helicopter. Don't forget about the yachts. How about the Ferraris too? See, my question to all of you is simple. Why haven't you did this? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Why didn't you ask why, and go do it too? So today, write down Ray's rules. Write it down again and again too. I'm going to give you the rules. By the way, there's my life in July 4, 2009. Between the yacht, the buildings, the Lamborghinis, the mansions, and the get have fun. Everything such I touched, and I was about 4 turns to gold. But we took that yacht out on July 4, 2009. And the next day, I'm in a coma. That kind of sucks. It ruined the whole day. So guess what? We got to understand something. I had H1N1 pandemic number 9. Now we're doing 19. See, God gave me a second chance to come back and help you. Are you going to pay attention today? See, the lack of knowledge is why you brought the pain home time after time again. Sorry, it's just true. You see, the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. You're not stupid, you're highly intelligent. But guess what? You're missing the rules and tools that you should have learned since you were 18 years old. It's okay. They call me the godfather of credit, by the way. Probably because I did $3.6 billion for my clients about 2008. We're going to talk about credit rebuilding today. Is that okay? Now, when I trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW in Experian, years ago, all right, he paid attention. Can I get you to pay attention today and write down Credit Services Act? Please write down Credit Services Act. I want you to Google it later today. I want you to find out it takes you to the Federal Trade Commission. And it says flat out on their front page, credit repair is a scam, not allowed to collect money up front. There's 10,000 companies ripping people off every day. So the reality is basically I need you to listen and pay attention. They're going to refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act too. Or flat out it says attorneys can't do credit repair. So what are you supposed to do? Reality is your credit's not broken, by the way. You have to rebuild it. How about you and me build a relationship? I've done it for basically 17 million people so far. See, today, the information I just gave you came from the Federal Trade Commission, by the way. You got a choice, but remember, I've been doing this for 40 plus years. Every seminar, every workshop, every boot camp, you're stuck with me. I don't pass the buck. I know you spent thousands, some didn't work. Well, let me hold your hand this time. Now remember something, I made sure it's basically step by step. You can't even screw this up. There's 1,000 steps to the $1 million dream. That's all it takes. If you ever stop, just go back where you left off too. Let's give you the first 25 steps today to the $1 million dream, please. So let's remember something. Number one, go to raisecredit.com, clickety-clack, get your credit reports for free. Give me the report numbers on the right-hand corner. I'll make your credit score go up, up, and away. I'll even guarantee it too. Next thing, I'm going to ask her why. I'm going to ask why. I don't understand. Why? And I want you to answer the question. Do you have a Social Security card? Why do you have an SSN? Same thing. You see, the problem is you didn't ask why. You didn't dissect it like I dissect everything I've ever done. So let's understand something. Get out that Social Security card now. I want you to get it out. Can you do that from your personal wallet now? You see, remember one thing, the SSN? We're going to tell you why you got it in the first place. But if you read it today, step number 2, it says do not laminate, do not use for ID purposes, and it tells you flat out it doesn't even belong to you. It says property or source administration, not you. You see, I created rapid scoring, rapid refresh too. I can make anybody score go up 40 to 200 points without even trying that too. If you'd like me to do it for you, let me know. Now, the average case for me is about 90 working days that'll go up, up, and away. And that's all I gotta do. Now that's step number 3, give me the report numbers. Now remember something, no case should go more than 180 days. Unfortunately, Brian here told me yesterday, flat out, he's been paying $99 a month for Lexington Law and CreditRepair.com. I told him, and guess what, they're the same company. He goes, I didn't know that. $200 a month for over 26 months. He spent $5,000 and he still has shitty credit today. Reality is, understand, never goes past 180 days, period. All right, the bottom line is the truth. When I created rapid scoring with Ken Yarborough, Harold Stokes years ago, we use that for your mortgage companies too. Now I got a system called Rapid Refresh that God gave me a couple years ago to give to you. I can make anybody's score go 440 points to 200 points right away. If you'd like me to do that for you, let me know, please. Now here's a picture of Credit Karma because we know it's free. Now understand something, their system says 33%. By the way, that's wrong. I'm going to tell you the real truth today. So let's understand, in their system at 29% is in the green, 30 is in the yellow, anything above that's in the red. This lady had a 500 score. Look what I got her. It even says it on Credit Karma, 257 points in 45 working days. See, bad credit hurts everybody. So what we're going to do is teach you how to rebuild it and do it the right way. I'll offer to do the work for you too. Now remember, when you give me those report numbers, I'll put it in my system, make your credit score go up, up, and away. I'm going to analyze it, then I'm going to figure out which dispute method to use. I might even ask you to negotiate a debt or two. Next thing, years ago, I wrote a book about basic legal action method. When I sued Chase Bank, and I brought their president Santa Ana, and I kicked his assets too, the judge made them give me another $5,000 for inconvenience as well. See, you got more rights than you think you do. Now, here's how it works. It's pretty simple. For $499, that's it. All right, I'm going to rapid rescore and rebuild your credit to a 750 guaranteed. I like to work to an 820 if you allow me to do that too. Now, every Saturday tomorrow, I have a class. It's free for you. It's 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, education analyzation. That way you can learn some more too. Now remember, if you do sign up for $499 during the webinar, I give you a $1,000 Visa cash card. Twice as much money back to you. I always do that in most programs that I do. I want to take away all your excuses, because excuses don't put food on the table. Reality is no case goes beyond 180 days. All right, I even give you a written money back guarantee. You see, what we do here is pretty simple. We expedite everybody, even you. We take Zelle. Banks always take Zelle. And all you have to do is make me a recipient. And then you add my email. Simple. Ray@raisecredit.com. Now, if you want to do a bank transfer deposit too, we bank at Chase or B of A. Take a picture of that page today. You're going to need it if you want to go past go. Ultimate goal, you did it to yourself, sorry to say. You screwed up. You know that junk mail you get every day? You know half those robocalls too? Let's get you off the national mailing list, because you did it yourself anyway. Why don't you call 888-567-8688? Opt out for 5 years, please. By the way, that's step number 4. Ultimate thing today is I believe in you, and I want you to pay attention. Remember, I want you to plan the problem. Somebody knocked you down, got in your way, and took it away from you too. Ultimate goal, we're going to write down safety credit. Can you do that for me, please? Each one of these cards is $50,000 apiece. But this is personal credit. The problem with personal credit, we can't write off the interest rate of the credit card at all. On the back of every card in your personal wallet today, I'd like you to put a sticky. I'd like you to put the limit, what's 25 to 29%. Can you do that for me, please? The moment you jacked up a card past 29%, plop. You basically jacked up your card, dropped your score, got stuck, couldn't get any more. See, you did it to yourself too. Now write down a line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. The line of defense, in your city you got banks, you got grocery stores that have shut down locations, they bankrupt, got a tax credit, and they have open ones too. See, this means they're playing the game, but not you, because you seem to want to bring the pain home to your family too. Let's put the sticky behind those cards today, please. And write down never bring the pain home ever again, because you met me. We're going to fix all your problems today. It's simple. That's step number 5. Now understand, the only one who makes your credit score go up and down is you. That's right, 25 to 29%. It happened and changed over the years. So pay attention today. And when people lose their job or have an emergency, you know what they do? They all do the silly thing. They seem to all do the same thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they jack up their credit in 42 days. I don't understand. That does not compute up here. See, the reality is this. Today, if you allow me to, I'd like to repackage your life. Can you write down house, car, bank account too, please? I want you to do it the right way. Now, years ago, I built credit from a cat. I pulled off that stunt too. See, cats have basically 9 lives. After today, so will you. Egg Magazine in that article right there, how to use plastic to finance your business too. Guess who wrote the article interviewing me? So guess what we get to do? You see, corporate credit, we get to write off the interest rate of the credit card and the line of credit too. It can finance itself. Why would anybody steal their money from their family when they never had to? Now, if I get credit from a cat, I probably can get it for you too. But I want you to understand something right now. What if today you had a problem? Let's say you had an emergency. You needed $5,000 now. You go ask your friends, your family, the bank, they all say no. See, you backed yourself in a corner. This card on the screen or in one of my hands worth $5,000. If I max out this card today, the payment is $50 a month. Now, they say if you had the worst credit in the world, you still waste $50 every other day. Is that true about you? The next thing they say that you do, you waste $140 a week. I hope that's not true, but if it is, that's $600 a month. The reason I'm holding these cards in my hand, if I max out one of them today, the payment is $612.26. So what the average person is wasting in a given month, they could have got two pizza restaurants with a drive-thru through a pandemic and stop wasting money and quit bringing the pain home. That's called common sense today. So that's step number 6. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. See, I want you to reach all your goals. I reached all my goals by the time I was 26. 2.6 billion, by the way, under corporate structure. Now, I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. See, there are people in your life that tell you can't do this or that too. Do yourself a favor. Remember, God gave you a gift and a dream. See it, believe and go get it. Write that down too. Now, here's why you got your SSN. Let's pay attention. You got an SSN to get a job. So then you can get taxed before they give you the paycheck called the leftover. And then they get to tax you till you're dead. And then you get stuck into probate too. See, that's just the IRS's basically public record. The problem with you, you don't know how to play. You even created your own 1040 tax return. You see, when you got your SSN, you got your Experian and you tried your own Equifax too. The moment you jacked it past 29%, what did you do? You dropped your score, got stuck, couldn't get it anymore. It's just the truth. The truth will set you free. Put a sticky behind those cards today, please. Now let's understand the other reason you got an SSN. The other reason they do is the census every year. They got to count us like sheep. So we might as well sing bow, 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 here a bow, bow, everywhere a bow, bow. You see, we are the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated, especially ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. So let's understand today, let's write down Ray's rules again. But this time we're going to write down $100,000 of credit. We're going to use some common sense. Out of $100,000 of credit, you can't go past 29%. That would have gave you $71,000 of safety in case blanket the fan, lost a job, or pandemic. The average pandemic's 18 months, by the way. When somebody takes the money and credit from the family, roll the dice, say, "Ooh, honey, let's hurt the family some more." Write down never bring the pain home again. You've been using the wrong money in the first place. You've been screwing this up. It's time to basically understand how to play. Your ultimate goal is write down Ray's rules again and again today. We're going to play. Step number 7. Now, I've been in 2 comas in my life. The last one was 2009. There I am. Kind of sucks. H1N1 pandemic number 9. But I got to live because God gave me a second chance too. But my question to you is, there's my yacht, there's my race boat, there's my UDOC, there's my address too. Please show me yours. See, I see so many people going blah, blah, blah. The reality is, I want you to understand you can go get it too. That's if you want to, but you got to follow through. So let's understand, when I came out of that coma, I walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. I put my score back to an 820, and then I popped another card again. Focus. See, I have 5 closet divisions called a backup and a backup too. So write down 5 closet divisions. You see, you have the ability to have a backup and a backup no matter what you say or do. Fight through the pain, get out of your closet division, go again and again too. If the bank and the grocery store in the city can do this, so can you. It's about time you step up to the plate and learn how to win. By the way, if you would have did what I told you just there, by the time you're 18, you would never brought the pain home, ever. So let's not do it again. Now, this morning, I got up, went to my knees at 2:25. I said, "Thank you, Jesus, for another day." Then I did my mirror test. Try the raised mirror test, just for the fun of it. Look in the mirror for 2 minutes, do nothing else, and then turn around and ask yourself 2 questions. 1, have I completed everything I need to? No, you haven't. Is there more to be done? Always. Here's the biggest problem with every one of you in life. You got an idea, you got a dream. You go to talk to your friends and family, you want them to encourage you. Instead, they all interrupt you and say, "You got to do this way or that too." You ever notice they never shut up? All right, do yourself a favor. Shh. Don't cloud your direction, ever. We're going to see it, believe, and go get it. Understand, give me 90 days. I'll get your life turned around too. Step number 8. Now, God's delays have never been God's denials. So we're going to go get the money. Is that okay with you? Understand, for me, I don't have to steal and beg off the pier out of a trash can. I get to pay my bills. I get to help you. See, we're getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate, it's okay. Eventually, they're going to fire you anyway. They're going to deliver some pizza, if that's your American dream. Ever since I was a little boy, it's this. See it, believe it, go get it. Anything I want, I see it, I believe it, I pray, God opens the door, and I go get it. You see, it's not hard to do. Step number 9 for you. Now let's talk about Sam's Club, because everybody knows there's one in their city. You know what they did 2 years before the pandemic? In California alone, they shut down 63 locations, not counting the other 49 states too. Now listen carefully. They didn't like these locations, so they bankrupted them. They wrote it off on their taxes and got a tax credit, but they have open ones too. Doesn't that prove they're playing the game, but not you? Why don't you write down tax ID and division? Tax ID division day. Let's teach you how to play. You never had to bring the pain home ever. By the way, you have 11 cities that have filed bankruptcy before. They even planned the problem. So let's remember something. The United States of America is a corporation. All right, remember all states are corporations too. And then all cities are corporations as well. They planned the problem in case it happened to them, so they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. Check it out, it's public record. So let's understand. All right, they filed Chapter 9 bankruptcy while they're still in business, and they stay around, but you got a bad day and you bring the pain home? What's wrong with you? Are these turned on today? I hope they are. Now let's talk about Apple Computer. In 1997, they filed a bankruptcy. They're out of business, done. Mr. Gates, who got indicted 4 times for being so smart, wrote him a check for $150 million. All right, he saved their assets. The reality is if he didn't do that, they wouldn't be here today, worth trillions of dollars too. Now I want you to write down Google bankruptcy today. I want you to prove to yourself that everything I tell you is factually verifiable too. When you Google bankruptcy, you're going to see on that form it says SSN. We only got one. We're all ducks. We might as well walk around going quack quack all day. But then it says SS4. Corporation, division, subsidiaries, and more. Sign me up for that too. See, I'm sorry to say, all right, you've been bringing the pain home since day one because you didn't know how to play. Step number 10. Now, I want world peace. I want nothing to go wrong. But if it does, I'm going to protect my family. So let's understand something today. Let's look at the forms. SSN equal to 1040. We're ducks. SS4 equals 1120. And more. In line 10 on the SS4 form says banking and credit purposes, which allows a corporation to rise the interest rate of the credit card and the line of credit too. We can finance a business today instead of stealing it from the family like you did. That kind of sucks. By the way, it's the IRS public record, by the way. Now, SSN, we only get one. Who wants to be a duck? You like being a quack quack? Or you want to learn to play? Now, I'd like to basically rebuild you and replace you because sometimes being you probably sucks. That'd be a division, by the way. So let's understand. You could have did this since you were 18. Now, this is what I heard when I was 7.5 listening to that poker game. It's not legal vices, chapter 18. Can we read it together? See what it says right there? It says, a corporation's a legal person and may sue or be sued. You see, someone's going to ask you in the near future if you do the corporation, are you a member of the BBB? Here's the problem with the Better Business Bureau. They've been a fraud since day one. They're a fraud. That's not me saying it. It's just reading it. You can see it online too. There are 10 million companies that will not register with the Better Business Bureau, from KNX, KABC, Walt Disney too. Now remember, they got indicted in 2013. Los Angeles judge said, get the hell out of my city. Shut your office down today. You've been a fraud since day one. You see, 2020 and CNN tell you that too. It's just the truth. Now, winning the game of business. I wrote that 40 years ago. From repackaging Americas, I want to repackage you. So let's understand. You have 12 books and CDs that have the 1,000 rules and steps, and you can't even screw it up. All right, ultimate goal's up to you. Now, I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years. Every Wednesday night at 7 p.m., there's a line around the hotel to get hold of me. Now, the office sells the 12 books and CDs for $999. I always give you half price during a live webinar, but that's up to you too. You see, the bottom line is $4.99 to you now. If you basically zell during the webinar, which is now, make me the recipient, and you add my email, ray@raisecredit.com. Or you can do a bank transfer deposit at B of A or Chase Bank. Remember, I told you to take a picture of that page today. You're going to need it. Ultimate goal, I was also the Incorporated for Rich and Famous People. 2019 of those too. I created a program for people coming out of prison. I got to rebuild their life and get them back on track too. Here's Free Ray Ricky Ross. I rebuilt his credit after 20 years in federal prison. Got him a gold and a platinum card too. Look at the grin on his face. You see, I got my last and final Billionaire in the Making boot camp coming up next weekend on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. We had to wait till California opened up on the 15th. So this is live in person from 9 to 4 o'clock. Now this is my last and final one because a year from now, my wife's making me go on a business trip for 5 years. All right, we got to have more fun. So if you want to get in the last and final Billionaire Boot Camp, which are going to focus on $5 million of credit, why? The IRS is $5 million below a small company. We use their numbers too. 800-510-3338. And if you did it today, guess what? I'll let you bring a couple guests too. No more excuses for you. You're going to have to run your race, beat your own doubt. But please let me do the work for you. Step number 11. I'm going to keep my perfect record success. Getting past go. Now, God gave me a gift. This is one of the mansions at the time, and I call it God's gift. I park my race boat, my yacht, in my backyard. Where do you park yours? Helicopter, Lamborghini, one of the buildings too. Now, I'd like you to write down on that piece of paper today to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address. All right, I like you to protect your ass. The world's going crazier every day. And write down Ray's rules, never bring the pain home ever again. And then remember, you got the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. You see, you got a choice today. That's step number 12. Now, here's what happened in 1985 and 86. I wrote the rules and the tools and created divisions for you. You see, you get the multiple functions. How about disconnect, isolate, incorporate? How about if I had 5 houses and one slipped and fell, they come after me, put them in a corp, same thing happens too. Put them in divisions, one got screwed up, I got 4 left to go. It's a numbers game, by the way. Then I can get cash and supply credit per division too. We get to play. Now, could you imagine if you let me build it for you? Get you a corporation with up to $1 million card paid over time. And then maybe if you let me set up 9 sister cards too. 9 divisions, each have a card. By the way, I call that a bucket of money. I actually wrote a book on that too. How about we do real estate per division too? I wrote a book on that too. Wow, what about a franchise? Can you imagine if you did this as an 18 and you had one that got screwed up, you had 8 left to go? If a cat can have 9 lives, so can you. Your problems, you didn't pay attention. You have to know what to do. So we're going to learn to play. Is that okay with you? I wrote the book of Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing, Become the Bank. We're going to go over that on the boot camp too. I want to make sure they understand how to play. Now I said house, car, and bank account. Here's a car. Can you see the car you see today that you drive? Now, can you think? If you can't, let's remember when you bought it. How about when you bought it, they sweated you for hours on end. You lost $5,000 up to 9 inquiries too. You kind of screwed up. Understand something. What I want you to remember something is very simple. When they handed you the piece of paper and they said flat out, fill this out so we can run your credit, next to your signature, you should have did what Ray's rules tell you to do. You write down this allows 1 inquiry. You take a picture. From now on, you're going to live by Ray's rules and do it the right way. You're not going to allow anybody jack you up again. Now, the problem you got today, all right, that car is registered to you. So when you drive it, you hear it going quack, 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 I'm a duck, I'm a duck, I'm a duck too. It does. So remember, it should have been tax ID and division. That's number 13, by the way. So ultimate goal, let's cover our ass. When you drive that car today, and you drive it to the bank or the grocery store, a little bumpity bump, that person, they're going to scream their head off and act they're going to die. You see, what they have to do is put on a show for everybody around you too. Then they ask you for driver's license, insurance, registration. And then your heart falls out of your chest. Ah! You see, the driver's license, I don't believe it should be your home address. The insurance, you pay for it out of your paycheck, right? But that's tax. So that basically you got tax, got the leftover, you pay for the insurance. But when a corporation does the insurance, it can pay for before tax is considered. Oh, so no matter what I say or do today, no matter what, you're the registered owner. You're a duck. Drive through the freeway, look at the billboards. Don't you see those attorneys, those bloodsuckers? You got 44 of those on TV every day. I'd like you to think about changing the way you do things today. I want you to make the registered owner on every car a division, if you want to. I want you to protect your ass. Yes. And at the end of the day, when they try to sue you, I want them to get diddly squat. Why not? See, I want to rechange the way you think and the way you need things to do today. Step number 14. This car, registered to division of a corporation under tax ID. The greatest gift, it doesn't show up on personal credit reports at all. You see, some of you have a repossession today. Sorry, you screwed up. Because the IRS can give you a 1099-C. That's the update for 2021. Check it out. You see, I had a problem when I was 19. I had $841 million real estate before the coma. But let's remember something. At 19, I had 17 houses. I couldn't get number 18. They kept saying loan-to-value problem too. What's going on? So guess what? They even asked how I did that. Well, you're an expert. You tell me. The moment, listen carefully, that I transferred them into a division, not only did I free up my credit report, but I separate the liability too. You see, your paycheck today is taxed. You get the leftover, but that's up to you. Corporations pay all their bills first and pay tax on the leftover. You see, it's like paying zero tax on $10 billion. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Amazon for you. See, you pay more tax than they do. That's your problem, not theirs. They just know how to play. It's not a loophole, so stop that crap off too. It's what the law allows them to do. It doesn't matter if it's basically, all right, Elon. Doesn't matter if it's basically Amazon. Doesn't matter who it is. They're playing the damn game because they're allowed to. All right, even Mr. Buffett too. So your choice today is pay attention and see if you want to play too. See, we all have to basically abide by one thing. It's called the IRS rule book. But if you know how to play, you can master the rules too. Corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. And by the way, they'll never be able to change that. Because the corporation called the United States of America, the state and the city too. It's about time you learn to play. He's got a house worth $165 million. Oh, by the way, you can join the club too, if you want to. Even Walt Disney and Newsweek, heck, they call them the loophole king. Dead offsets taxes, billion in the bank, wrote an IOU, pay no tax at all. You pay more tax than Mickey and Goofy do. But that's up to you too. How about Federal Express, Dish, Nike? They don't pay tax too? Wow! Isn't that fun? You see, we get to play the game too. They pay tax on property tax and gallon of gas too. Now, can you draw the 4 boxes in front of you, please? If you would have listened since 1986, when I wrote the rules and tools, corporation with 3 divisions, you'd write down line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Now, if the division has a problem, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the 3-step that I invented for you. I'm going to keep the good pieces. I'm not bringing the pain home because that's only silly people do that. So we're going to learn. We could have did this since we were 18 years old. By the way, that's called step number 15 today. So understand something. As an affiliate for 36 years, I'm allowed to use my $10 million of history for you. Would you like personal or business credit? SSN, SS4. You got a choice today to play, but that's up to you. So guess what? On Saturday, tomorrow, I always do classes from 7 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, usually about 8 classes in that day. My classes are live in case someone has a question or want to fax questions the day before. I got no BS. I give you exactly what God gave me to give you and help you get past go. By the way, always live. I don't like pre-recorded crap. If all you want from me is a $7.50, okay, it's $4.99. Done. I'll guarantee to even offer you a class every Saturday at 1 o'clock. Education analyzation too. And then even if you did it during the webinar, means now, I offer you a $1,000 Visa cash card. But if you don't do it now, you blew it. Because I want to give you twice as much money back to you. No case goes more than 180 days. And what do we take? We take Zelle. You make me a recipient, and then you basically add me as an email, ray@rayscredit.com. You got the bank or transfer. You got basically Chase Bank or B of A. You can do that today and take a picture of that too. Remember, I got a corporate package. Now, if you got a corporation, I'll build that one for you. But if you want to get a new one, okay, I'm going to rebuild your credit, rapid rescore, make you a qualified CFO. I'm going to give you the articles, also as tax ID for free. I'm going to set up you and put you in setup in level 1. Now remember something, setup in level 1 workshop is Wednesday and Saturday. Go to either one or both for 90 days. I want to hold your hand, do the work for you, so you put it here. All right, no more excuses on your part. The office sells it for $2,000. I always offer in a live webinar half price, $999. And on top of that, I offer to give you $10,000 of cash credit. Now that's 10 times money back to you too. Did I just take away all your excuses today? The next one gets the same thing, but it's called Millionaires in the Making. But instead of getting $10,000 of credit, it gets $25,000 of credit. Half price is $1,999. Up to you. All you got to do is understand. Zelle, bank transfer deposit, Chase or B of A. I got no excuses today, neither do you. Ultimate goal, I'd like you to run your life through a corporation. Since day one, it's your choice. All right, doctors, lawyers, CPAs do it all the time too. That's step number 16, by the way. Ultimate goal, look at this. This is one of the Lamborghinis at the time before the coma. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. But what do you do today? You get a paycheck. It's taxed before you get the leftover. Then you pay your bills. Then you pay for a car you should not. Then you take the money and credit from the family and roll the dice and go, honey, let's hurt the family some more. I don't understand. Why would anybody in their right mind with common sense pay for payment, gas registration, insurance out of a taxable paycheck when they can say no and start driving a damn company car like I do? Isn't it about time you learn to play? What's wrong with you? Are these turned on today? That's step number 17. Now, I want you to get an SS4 form today. I want you to verify everything I tell you is true, 100% verifiable. SS4 equals 1120. Line 10 there says banking and credit purposes. So I want you to focus today. I want you to understand something. IRS, public record, all you got to do is go to irs.gov and download the SS4 form. You see, I'll teach you to play. But 11 cities filed bankruptcy, and they didn't bring the pain home, but you did, because the United States of America Incorporated, all states are corporations, all cities are corporations too, but you brought the pain home to you because you had a bad day? Excuse me, that stops right away. Our choice is simple. What I learned at 7.5. What does it say? A corporation's a legal what? Person? Can you imagine today, right in front of you, the United States of America Incorporated set up their 50 states corporation too, called the line of defense, but not you. Something's wrong with you? These must not be turned on. See, the states set up the cities. The cities are corporations too. See, they created their line of defense. Isn't it your turn to do this too? And on top of that, like I told you in the beginning today, plan the problem. They did. They came up with a Chapter 9 bankruptcy for the city. It's public record. Check it out under the Federal Protection Act. They get to bankrupt the debts of a city and stay in business today too. You could learn to play if you want to. See, you are we the people. It's your constitutional right. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Nixon took the gold standard out. Hospitals are federally mandated that every woman who delivers a baby within 3 hours or less signs an SSN form so they can print more money and bond the baby too. Baby's not getting a job. But if mama don't sign the form, baby can't go out of the hospital stroller in a car seat. Can't go home. You gotta learn to play. Now I know online you're gonna see these websites so you don't have to guarantee. I'm sorry, that's just called BS. The reality is you have to be a qualified CFO to get cash credit, period. 8 cards per division. 9 lines of credit. Supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, and gas cards too. I'm going to make you the greatest CFO you needed to be. Now you're also going to see some websites say trade line crap. I want you to read the Fair Lending Act before you do that, because I don't want to visit you in prison. Got it? Corporate credit's a write-off, interest rate line of credit too. You can't do that for you, but a corporation can do it. Don't you want to learn to play? You see, here's one thing about me. My affiliate fees in 2008 were $26 million, and I donated all that too. You see, we get affiliate fees. That's why we want to expedite every one of you. That's why we go get the money. See, we don't want to slow anything down at all. Now, when you bought your house, I pray you use Ray's rules too. Escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put in trust. Oh, you didn't do that? So when they sue you, they take it away? And when you die, it's stuck into probate? And your family got diddly squat for your lack of planning at all? See, that's on you. When you fix up a property today, you hire that contractor that hires a subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. But if they cut the corners and they slip and fall and sue you, they take everything you got. What did I tell you in the beginning of the day? Plan the problem. What do we think? It's up to you. You could quickly deed every property to a division. You can do assignment of equity too. And at the end of the day, when they try to sue you, they get diddly squat. Why not? I like irrevocable trust. Why don't you check that one out too? Now understand, that's number 19. Six more to go. Some of you have told me, I don't want to pay tax, Ray. And I told you flat out, Mark, the other day, stop the crap. The IRS book is simple. A corporation will pay tax till it makes a damn profit. So you don't play games with the IRS and play peekaboo, make a friggin' mess. That's ridiculous. If you did that, you go to irs.gov now today. You download a form called 656 433A and B. Get your free money. Get your butt back in the system today. That's number 20. Today, step 20 for you. Now me, I don't like putting money in something. I've never liked to put money in anything, like the real estate too. I'm one of the original OPMs, by the way. So I'm going to set up my divisions and buy from the manufacturer, save up to 70%. And then I don't have to pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. I'm going to use their money. Hell, why would I use mine? Escrow closes, it pays off the debt. I got $200,000 left over, up to that too. Why don't you write down Ray's rules? Leveraging money. Borrow money's not taxable. And why don't you set up line of defense? See it, believe it, go get it. Can you imagine on Tuesday this week on the news, nationwide, they told you that rich and famous people use borrowed money to pay their damn bills because there's no tax? Isn't it time you pay attention and turn these up? Maybe today you learn to play, because that's step number 21. That's called blackjack. There you go. Now this was my building before my coma. It was only 22,000 square feet. Irvine Spectrum. Had other locations too. The bank would usually be at the office almost every day going, Banks love to kiss your ass. That's when you have money. When you don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. Remember the banks borrow up to times 10 from the feds? You remember that money from that escrow? If you would have listened to me and leveraged it, Ray's rules, you would have created $3 million after that in borrowed money, non-taxable, would be able to go get a McDonald's. You want a Big Mac or fried chocolate shake too? The only thing in your way is you. You might have to get the hell out of the way while I rebuild you too. Remember today, your corporation does not do business. Get some credit, we set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. The divisions are the ducks. Well, what if something goes wrong with the division? It's simple. We're going to do a Donald Trump, a Wells Fargo, B of A, a Chase, a Citi, a grocery store too. I invented the 3-step. Why don't you write it down? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. There you go. If I have to bankrupt the bad piece and keep the good pieces like the grocery and the bank do in cities, hell, I'm going to do that too, because I'm allowed to. But I'm not bringing that pain home. Who wants to bring the pain home? That makes no damn sense at all. That's step number 22. Now, I want you to ask yourself a question today when you do the mirror test. One more question for you. What are you willing to lose? Please tell me what you're willing to lose. You've been hurting the family, corporation, division. I don't want to lose anything. I want world peace too. But if I have to lose anything, it's a division, because I can get another one, because they're cheap. When I play the chess game, I have to lose a piece or two. But winners, they always get checkmate. Isn't it your turn to win? But guess what today? That's step number 23. Ultimate goal, my wife asked me on July 3rd, 2009, honey, can we take out the yacht with a group of people to watch the fireworks? Why not? I took a corporate credit card, wrote off the card interest rate, $1,600 for gas, and wrote off the yacht too, because you're allowed to. But it's up to you. There I am in that coma. That sucks. But there's my yacht. I raced to it. You dock too. God, let me come back to help you. You going to pay attention today? But that's up to you too. 5 weeks with an oxygen tank, 820 score, come out and pop another card again. Fighting through the pain, use the closet division and go again and again too. Ultimate goal, you could have done this since you were 18 years old, by the way. God's using me to help you today. I pray these are turned on. Now here's the Lamborghini in a building, say the Reynolds University too. It's called Reaching the Dream. Think to be the impossible. I've done it all my life. You have no idea. Ray's rules. God gave me the tools to give to you. All you got to do is follow through. I make millionaires. You want to be next? Let me know. Now, motivation, I love it. Motivation, I listen to every morning. All right, lasts a good 5-10 minutes too. But today, let's build your story. Is that okay? How about I get you up to an 820 credit score? Get you up to $100,000 of credit, safety credit. We only use how much? 29%. Get your corporation divisions up to $1 million of credit. Get to write it off too, and no longer get stuck. That'd be kind of fun, huh? See, your choice today is simple. The 1,000 rules, step by step, are in the books and CDs. Get the books and CDs. Go to my workshops with me to help you some more too, while I do the work for you, so you don't screw it up. Office is $9.99. On the webinar now, it's $4.99. All you got to do is Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, Chase or B of A. You see, I want you to learn to play starting today. Now, the 14th Amendment made the corporations legal people. So this means the United States of America Incorporated, they got their 50 states. Their corporations, line of defense, and then the states set up their cities, the line of defense too. I don't understand. Isn't it your turn to play the game? You basically are past due in setting up your line of defense. Isn't it about damn time? But that's up to you. Never have joint credit. That's just dumb. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, put it in a trust. That's called Ray's rules. Corporation, always have up to $1 million of credit. And then we set up divisions because I set them up for you and they're cheap. One for every property, one for every franchise, one for every current business too. We got to set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Remember, Ray's rules. You have the ability under number 24, one more to go, and then you're done. You better be Zelle, or deposit right away. If all you want from me is a 750 score, I'll guarantee it. Or your money back, it's $4.99. I'll offer you to go in an education analyzation class every Saturday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time too. From there, it's a bonus free with the corporate package. If not by itself, it's $4.99. And remember, if you did it during the webinar, which is now, I give you a $1,000 Visa cash card. Twice as much back to you. It's like getting a lottery and winning your refund and your on top of that more money back to you too. Oh well, no case goes beyond 180 days. And all you have to do is Zelle, bank transfer, deposit. Pretty simple to do. Starter package for millionaire. Rebuild you, wrapper, rescore, CFO. Articles also tax ID, setup level 1. All right, on Saturday or Wednesdays, you can go as many times as you want to. All right, up to 90 days. And the office sells it for $2,000, and I give it to you for half price on the live webinar now, $9.99. And I give you $10,000 of cash credit 10 times back to you. All right, what excuse you got now? You spent thousands on crap, didn't work. Here's going to change your life right away. You heard things today you never heard before. Millionaire in the making. This one gives you $25,000 of cash credit. Half price is $1,999 to you. Once again, Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, B of A or Chase. Simple to do. See, what I told you in the beginning today is true. I want to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account. All right, I want you to do this right from now on. The Billionaire in the Making Bootcamp, finally in person after the 15th. It's on the 18th, 19th, and 20th next weekend. 3 days. Oh, I'm going to have fun. These people are going to leave with their brain on the floor. Believe me, we're going to have fun. You can call 800-510-3338. All right, and you can even bring a guest if you did it right away. Kind of fun. Now, the American dream, I hear people online talking about all the time, or an event. If I went to an event, I'd go after the event and listen to them, and I'd ask a couple questions. Usually hold about $10 million of credit in my hand. Are you going to give me the credit and the money to do what you just told me to do? Are you going to hold my hand, all right? Or are you going to take my money and go bye, bye, bye like everyone else does? You got a choice. You see, we all need money coming in to pay the bills. Everybody needs a company car. Go on a business trip. Help other people free up their time. It's just the truth. And everybody's got to set up that line of defense. A lady the other day said to me she's complaining about rich and famous people. I said, ma'am, can I be blunt? She said, sure. I go, shut up and join them. They pay tax for gas. They pay property tax too. But they're not silly enough to pay basically personal business tax on that payroll tax. So why would they have to when the rules and tools say they don't have to at all? So line of defense. 1,000 steps and rules get you to $1 million corporation. You can't even screw it up as long as you follow through. 20,000's billion. You see, your choice is up to you. 750 score, guaranteed your money back. $4.99 class on Saturdays at 1 o'clock. From there, it's free with the corporate package, but by itself it's $4.99. And if you did it before I'm done talking, you're going to get a Visa cash card for $1,000, twice as much back to you. And a case doesn't go beyond 180 days, as long as you follow through too. Remember, it's called Zelle, bank transfer deposit. Chase or B of A. Starter package for a millionaire, $9.99 and $10,000 of credit back to you. Millionaire in the making, $1,999, and you get $25,000 of cash credit. And all you have to do is Zelle, bank transfer deposit. You see, I took away all your excuses today. Stay safe, stay strong. We got to do our best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So ultimate goal right now, you got 10 minutes to go Zelle, or transfer right away. And if you don't do that and you go back to the same thing you've been doing, you're going to get stuck. Go back to being stuck. If that's what you choose to do. Step number 25 after that 10 minutes, you could call 800-510-3338 and see what deal they can give you. But they can't give you the Visa card and a couple other things too that I offered. It was only good during the webinar. 800-510-3338. I'm going to do my best all through the day while God does the rest for me, as He does for you. And never forget, God loves us all.